Hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I forgot to turn those off. Thank you for the sub. In today's A through C playthrough, we have landed on Tassadar, one of the characters that has changed the most in the past year. January 24th, he received a massive rework touching every piece of his talent tree in some capacity. Prior to this rework, he was a very one-dimensional character. He could shield auto attackers for a lot, have them heal up, no problem, and also become basically unkillable. The hypercar build was one of my favorites of all time. If you guys have watched this channel for any long period, you'll know that. The hypercar was so amazingly fun, and sadly, that is no longer in the game anymore. After the rework, we saw the about 3 different talent builds emerge. Some of them focusing on his trait to lower his cooldown, some of them focusing on just his W ability to not only lane clear, but deal team fight damage, and then also an auto attack build coming into play as well. So it turned what used to be one of my favorite characters, but a very one-dimensional character, into something that can adapt a little bit more to everyday nuisances that you might find in your match. If your team doesn't have lane clear, hey, I got you, I'm good to go. He still is amazing at area denial with Force Wall, but also is a considerable auto attack character with Archon. Now remember that Tassadar is classified as a ranged support. However, with the quick matchmaking settings, he is technically a sustained character. So this means that while we're queuing up by ourselves, we are going to encounter either a Abathur, Medivh, Tyrande, or Zarya. So keep that in mind. It's fixed in the rules. It has to happen. Which is kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Still don't know how I feel about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Warhead Junction today. The friendly team: Tassadar, Brightwing, Azmodan, Alexstrasza, Ragnaros. So we have 3 sports. Great. The enemy team: Karazim, Li Ming, Tyrande, Uzbrundr, Sylvanas, and Nazeeba. I feel like I've lost my Nazeeba. I don't feel like I do it like I used to. So what do we need? We kind of need damage more than anything else, I would say, so we are going to go for Templar's Will. I want to auto-attack things. I want to watch this team come at me and just auto-attack them. I think that'll be fun. Azmodan's going to fill off our lane clear. Alexstrasza has pretty great lane clear. Ragnaros has pretty great lane clear. So I'm going to go for just an auto-attack build and try my hand at that. If you've never seen Tassadar before, his Q ability is called the Plasma Shield. This is a short duration shield that will absorb some damage on the target of your choosing. He also has his Psionic Storm, which is his W ability. Just deals area damage on the ground. Some builds are based around this, some are not. As you can see, mine is not so far. Our E ability is the well, that sucks. Our E ability is the dimensional shift that allows us to reposition ourselves in another dimension. I bet. And that means that we can be completely immune to being targeted, being hit by stuns, anything like that. And then we just kind of hop into another world that no one can see. This is a unrevealable stealth while we're in this. And it does allow us to get around the map. It's really, really easy if we are being targeted. Also, it's one of the best things you could ever do to activate Juke City. We need to just auto-attack heroes to fulfill our quest, so I'm going to try to do that as much as I can. We also heal ourselves when we have the Plasma Shield out. Before, I believe, this was just when you had Kala's Embrace. Wow, nice job. Now, you can heal yourself all the time. Although Kala's Embrace does increase the healing that your auto attacks do heal for. The amount of healing that your auto attacks heal for. So, I mean, while Tassadar may not be the most exciting off lane, Tassadar is a pretty good off lane. If you are auto attacking someone, they do become slowed as well. So we can keep people in our W ability a little bit longer if that's what we deem necessary for us to do. Let's try to shield our Brightwing here momentarily. Hopefully keep her alive. Karaz's going in, man. He's dealing some damage. We were able to grab that bottom nuke, no problem. At level 4, we are going to go for Kala's Embrace. Now, remember, this was in the game before. There also used to be a talent build for Tassadar that allowed him to keep shields up indefinitely, which was, you know, part of the standard talent build. We'll go ahead and use our Oracle here just to give vision over the wall, so we can hopefully burst down that Sylvanas, but it does look like she's going to make it out. And we don't have permanent shields any longer, although there might be a quest to give him something like you retain 50% of the shields if you get enough regen globes or something. No, after collecting 30 regeneration globes, passive shield value is increased by 40%. So I don't think there is a way to retain those, but I may be incorrect in saying that. Again, I just need to hold my ground and auto attack. Doesn't matter what the enemy team really does to me, as long as I am auto attacking, we are doing it right. And we're not really going to be able to move a Karazim and Tyrande out of their lane, that's for sure. They have a lot of sustain, and it seems like he's Iron Fist, yeah, so they have a lot of damage too. But once our quest is done, we're going to have a lot of damage. Our quest, by the way, I never actually said what it is. Attacking heroes restores 8 mana per second, so it's a great way of keeping their mana up in team fights, although that's not too much of an issue right now. Also, after spending 30 seconds attacking heroes, which we've already done, Distortion Beam's damage is increased by 125%, so we're actually a bit of an auto-attack hero right now. You may have noticed that earlier in the game, we were dealing basically no damage to these guys. We're still basically dealing no damage to these guys, but at least it hurts him a little bit. I'm baiting him in because I don't think he knows that Asmodean's laser isn't an auto-attack. He put down the Bronze Man, which does stop all of my auto-attack damage. It does eat up all of that, but that laser, that's spell power, but I think he just learned that. Poor little Karazin. We also have access to... Hey, I think we win this. I'll just try to keep her slowed. There's vision. You don't lose vision. Get her! Get her! Get her! Get it! Oh, shit! Oh, Asmodean, look at you go! Look at you go! Nice. Nice job, man. We do have a few options here at level 7. We can increase the range of our plasma shield, although I'm not too interested in that. Hopefully I just didn't get him killed. We could allow Distortion Beam to slow enemies even more when they're affected by the Psionic Storm. I like that one a lot, so we're probably going to go for that. Or we could lower our cooldowns with Oracle, which, you know, might be good on this map, but the only stealth they're going to have is Tyrande, so I should be able to take her out of stealth every time she uses her heroic ability. If I'm playing it right. If I'm playing it right. Once we attack for 60 seconds in total, we gain 1 range on our Distortion Beam, so it becomes a little bit more difficult for enemies to run away from us. And when we combo that with our slow from our W ability, it can be very, very, very hard for people to get away from Tassadar. Now, most people that play the auto attack build also go for talents that would... Yeah, Archon, basically. They would go for Archon. They focus their heroic ability around increasing their auto attack damage. I have always been a fan of the Force Wall. I think it's one of the most underrated abilities in the whole game. And for me, I hope he doesn't nuke this. Nice! Got a good Asmodean player over here. Feels good, man. I personally feel like if I can keep people in range of my auto attack even longer, then I'll do more damage with my auto attack. So we are going to go for Force Wall here, which allows us to do things like this and trap Tyrande in this area so she can't move away. We're also dealing a lot of damage to her with the Alex Raza heroic ability going out as well. We'll just keep that Nazebo pinned in this corner, I think, for a moment. Oh, he doesn't know what to do! Okay, I don't agree with focusing middle buildings ever, just on principle. Because oftentimes what happens is you'll get a boss and try to win the game with that boss on this map, and the bosses only attack the middle or the top or the bottom lane. They ignore middle entirely. So nuking middle usually not worth, just in case you were wondering. I want to rotate down to bottom and just nuke this right now. We can get this wall down, no problem. We'll shield our Asmodean, and then I'll go up and nuke as well. So that's the wall dead for sure. And then honestly, it's not a bad time to just pressure boss. Big boy plays. Let's see if it works. We don't have Ragnaros here. I don't think we have a stream sniper either. We might be able to do this, actually. Uh-oh. She saw it. She saw it, boys. They did just get level 10, so they are going to have their heroic abilities ready to go. Oh my god, I'm taking a lot of damage. We should be able to heal it up, no problem. We don't have Oracle to scout this, so I'm just going to give a preemptive wall here. just in case they rotate down. But it looks like they're all up in the top lane. We might be able to push in and just win with this, to be totally honest with you guys. I am going to go for Deep Shift now, which allows us to... Uno momento, por favor. Dodge the stun. Another slow here. Then we want to wall her in. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Fuck. All right, this boss is going to get a free keep here, boys. This is a free keep boss right here, boys. Can I shield the boss? No, I can't. Feels bad. We potentially could have cored this with our team. We definitely could have. Looks like Asmodee's still trying to. I'm fine with trying. I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. Here, we'll just put pressure on these guys. Try to keep them back. She can't leave now because she used her Banshees aggressively. Come on, finish her! Yeah! Yeah! Well, all right. That's our Tassadar game. That's our Tassadar game. And that's why you always nuke bottom. I hope we all learned a valuable lesson today. Real valuable lesson today. I wish I could have told you more about Tassadar, but you know, that game was over really fucking quick, boys. And that's why you always pick Force Wall. Fuck Archon. Also, Force Wall has a fantastic level 20 upgrade now. It used to just be that you could cast it further or something, so no one ever picked it. But it actually has a really, really good force barrier that takes 5 seconds off of its cooldown. If that doesn't sound ridiculous to you, then it should, because Force Wall only has, what, a 10 or 12 second cooldown default. 8 second cooldown? Fuck! Wow! Okay, even better than I thought. Even better than I fucking thought! Or you could go for Prismatic Link, which basic attacks bounce to 2 additional targets for 40% of the damage. Now, a fun fact about Prismatic Link is that the hitbox of the thing that you are attacking determines the range at which the attack will bounce. So if you're hitting a character like Asmodee's, it will bounce significantly further than if you're hitting a character like Nova. Nova has a very small hitbox. But this also scales with buildings, which is part of the reason that Cassia was so busted for a while, when she could cleave her damage off of buildings. So if you attack a core, your auto attack will just fire off like a laser across the screen and attack anything that comes in range, or at least it used to. This may have been changed. And if you go for the auto attack quest, that's such a high amount of damage. It's so good. But that's our video for today. Tassadar, while he has been changed and one of my favorite builds in the game are gone, he's still a phenomenal character. He still fulfills the same role he did before. He can empower an AD carry, or ADC, marksman, ranged assassin, whatever you want to call him. He can empower them quite a bit, but not to the extent that he could before. Cause Embrace is still really good, but it doesn't last forever, so you have to actively be shielding that target. I do think he kind of feeds into the double support meta quite a bit that Blizzard is trying to change, so we may see more changes to Tassadar soon. But very, very strong hero, and I hope you guys check him out. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at the Butcher. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all